This video shows how data processed at the University of Leeds was explored using the Invisque interface at Middlesex University. Keywords were ranked based on their occurrence, and we populated a list of locations in Vastopolis. The Invisque interface allows us to perform keyword searches on the dataset. Since we're looking for terrorist activity, we initially search for the keyword terrorism. Each index card returned represents a news article. We are then able to order the news articles on both the x-axis and the y-axis. The data is currently ordered along the x-axis by the significance of the keyword in the article. It's actually ascending, so I choose to flip the data so it's descending, giving me the most significant results on the left. Some index cards do not contain any Vastopolis locations. We remove these by grabbing the keyword and shaking it, leaving only index cards that have Vastopolis locations. Next, we notice one index card of bioterrorism of interest. We click on the text icon to read the article. We see it's about lecturer Corpus, who was recently given a lecture on bioterrorism. By clicking on the keyword Patino and dragging it onto the canvas, we can create a new search, bringing back any results for Patino. I minimise the terrorism result set to create more space on the canvas. Again, we remove any results that are not located within Vastopolis. Now, rather than ordering by significance, I choose to order the index cards by date along the x-axis. And again now, I choose to have an ascending date along my x-axis. This now creates a timeline of events. We can see the first index card represents the original story we found about the lecture. This is then more interestingly followed by a story involving a theft at the professor's office. This story itself becomes more interesting once we see the next story about the professor who has recently had stress issues, clearly suggesting that perhaps the theft was for something serious. If we look back at the original story, we can now find more information involving some news about protests. Based on this, we perform a fresh search for lab mice. While seeing the original story about the lecture, we also see a new story about the Brotherhood of Antarctica, who threatened terrorist activity. We now clean up our desktop by minimising our results and create a new search looking for the Brotherhood of Antarctica. Here we find two results. The first article is the same as before, whereas the second shows how the Brotherhood actually performed terrorist activity on the mayor's dog. Can we confirm that the Brotherhood stole the biomaterial from the professor's office and are willing to unleash an attack on Vastopolis? This concludes our line of inquiry.